Amen.
Recording. All right, let me start the timer. Hey, what's up, everybody? This week on The Big Show, on the latest episode of The Big Show, rapper, screenwriter, and journalist Kevin Hurd, also known as MC Chill, will join us. Plus, we'll talk DC fandom with critics Sherin, Nicole, and Wilson Morales. And he'll also give us the rundown on the entertainment industry this week. And we'll review the latest film from my friend Kevin Willmott, The 24th. All in the latest episode, Keeping It Real with FilmGordon. Let's go. All right, and welcome to the latest episode 413 of Keeping It Real with FilmGordon. I am Tim Gordon, and I am assembled in our home edition with our panel, our special guest, Kevin Hurd, who we're going to talk a little bit about later on. Brother MC Chill, that's my dog. Also, the return of the man they call not Kevin, but Charles Kirkland. I forgot, man. You were gone for a week, bro. You was gone.
It's been 2 weeks and you forgot who I am already?
Hey, man, Wilson's been here riding. Wilson Morales from blackfilmandtv.com. What's going on, Wilson?
Not much, man. It's a busy weekend. It's a busy week. Finally,
no, man, that wasn't the signal for you to get started. I was just saying, you was on. I was like, what's up, Wilson? Yeah, man, So, but no, fellas, it's good to see all of you. It's wonderful, man, to do this. It's my birthday weekend, so I'm starting to show off by saying Tuesday is my day. I'm the brother that's got the smallest beard. Everybody's rocking a goatee beard on the show, even Wilson. Mine's the smallest and the grayest, by the way. This is actually not good, what I'm doing right now. As I thought
about quarantine.
Yeah, it's not good. All right, so Wilson is looking sad, man. Let's go and talk entertainment, man. Look at Wilson's face, man. What is that face, bro?
No, it's not. But it is. We finally got a number of movies that are playing on demand and select theaters. Starting off with the movie you mentioned you're going to be talking about earlier, The 24th, which is directed by Kevin Willmott. I think it's his directorial debut. He also is an Oscar winner for it's not his directorial debut?
No, not even close. But go ahead.
So, it's his first film that he's coming out with that we now know about because he is an Oscar winner. First film since he won the Oscar for co-writing BlacKkKlansman.
There you go.
The film was written.
Kevin Willmott is a friend of the show, so we know him very well.
All right, so he co-wrote the story with Trey Byers, who's also starring in the film. Trey Byers is obviously known for playing Andre Lyon in Empire, and it's got a number of other actors that you've seen in other movies before. But it tells you it's an inspired story of the events that happened in 1974 with the 24th Infantry in Texas. You also have another film out, Cutthroat City, directed by RZA. Both of these movies were supposed to premiere at the South by Southwest Film Festival early this year, but they're now coming out now. RZA's film has a bunch of talented, young up-and-comers, as well as veterans from Shameik Moore to Denzel Whitaker to Terrence Howard, Wesley Snipes, a number of other people in there. So that's out right now. On Disney Plus, you have The One and Only Ivan, which features the voices of Helen Mirren, Angelina Jolie, Shaka Khan, who rarely does films, but she's voicing one of the characters there. And then what else you have also out there? It's a week where we were actually busy because there's so many things they're playing, so many films, they're playing either on demand or in theaters. Also, Warner Brothers has finally started showing Tenet only to international film critics. The reviews just recently came out. For the most part, on Rotten Tomatoes, it's a favorable review, a little over 85%. Some have given it mixed reviews, but it's now going to come out internationally the last week of August. It's now then supposed to play in select theaters, whichever are open in the United States. So it'll be interesting to see how it does financially, because that's going to be the test whether or not other studios follow suit. Disney is also releasing Mulan around the same time period in the United States, whereas Disney's charging $30 on Disney Plus. So if they happen to make a bundle of fortune on there, that's going to be the route that some others may take. Either you release it in theaters or you release it and you start charging more. So, we have to wait and see. Also happening this weekend, you have the ABFF Film Festival, its first online edition. And for the first time, they've got an assortment of films, over 70 films, if I'm correct, between narrative films, documentaries, international films, emerging directors, where their films range from anywhere between 5 minutes to 30 minutes. There's a lot there. So there's a lot going on. And as you mentioned earlier, I'm juggling back and forth doing your show and DC Fandom, which is pretty much like the Hall H for Warner Bros. It's expanded into one whole day as opposed to just a 40 minutes in San Diego, in which they're going to be showing. They're also going to be showing they just recently showed the Wonder Woman trailer. They're showing probably clips of Black Adam, which stars Dwayne Johnson, and you're also going to get your first glimpse of the Batman featuring Robert Pattinson as the new Batman. We heard earlier this week that Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton will be reprising their Batman roles in The Flash. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not those two appear today virtually. So there's a lot going on this particular day, but, we're starting now that we're kind of setting this tone where we're home, and I think no one's going out to do certain things. You're getting to the point where, there's a lot going on, especially since we're entering the fall seasons where you're either going to get more films and new TV series.
So they're bringing back two Batmans, but we don't get Christopher Nolan's Batman coming back. Christian Bale.
Come on.
Good Batman.
Nolan has ventured off. He did
Chill.
which was good enough. And those films take a big toll, Those films take a big toll. You get to a point where, you don't want to just be known for Batman. Obviously, he's had Interstellar. He's had other films. I'm sure Tenet, which stars John David Washington, is going to have its own fan base, if it's well received, critically and fan base wise. So, he's moved on. Obviously, if he were to come back to Batman, I think internet would explode, because we know what he could deliver. So, I'm interested to see what Matt Reeves brings to the table.
Well, in defense, I'll say that Dark Knight was great, but The Dark Knight Rises, not so much. So, I mean, it was good. It was good, but it wasn't the same level. So, who knows? He may not be able to go back again.
So you saying Batman versus Superman was better, huh?
No.
Exactly. So,
why aren't we getting, it's a Justice League. We're getting Zack Snyder's version of Justice League coming up pretty soon.
Wilson, you got to get the fandom. I just wanted you to get out of here. That's why I didn't try to interrupt you, man. Go ahead on and enjoy fandom. Can we see the shirt before you bounce, man? Can you at least pan the camera down? Thank you, sir. I just wanted people to know that you had – thank you. See, that's what I'm saying. That's Wilson Morales. Brother, until next week, man, keep getting the scoops out, man. We will talk to you, sir.
Have fun. Good to see you, Kevin. Let's get the shackles off. I'll keep seeing you.
All right, Wilson. Good seeing you, bro.
All right, take care.
Classic line. All right, so that was Wilson Morales from blackfilmandtv.com. Kevin Wilson and I have known each other, 20 some odd years.
Yeah.
Charles, I keep trying to get Charles, man, up to speed, man, because Charles and crew just disrespect me, man, because they always want to clown me, Kevin, and tell me that I'm always telling them stories about how long I've been in the game. And by virtue of you see the silver on my chin, man, I think that there's a lot of brothers that didn't make it to put silver on their chin, man. I think we should put some respect on their names, even if their name is the host of this show, Tim Gordon.
Put some spec on it, Timmy.
In most cases with age comes wisdom, but, we'll make an exception in your case.
All right. Well, having said that, man, I'm just going to introduce our next guest, man, because, this brother and I finally hooked back up because, Wilson made the joke before the show started that, when'd you get out? That's what it felt like. when Kevin Hurd called me earlier this week, I was like, man, what has it been, 6 years since the last time we talked?
It may have been. It quite possibly could have been that long.
All right, so I will just lead by saying, and I told the story on his show. We're going to do it again over here. I was on his show on Thursday. Your show is called?
Chill Talk.
Chill Talk. And it's on Radio 1. And he was doing a home edition because their studios in Cleveland are down, like our studios in D.C. are down. But I met Chill, which is what I refer to Kevin as, at a junket in L.A., we haven't figured out whether it was How Stella Got a Groove Back or Soul Food.
Soul Food, one of those two.
And we met at a junket, and the first thing I teased him, I think you told me you were a rapper, right?
Yeah, I think that came up.
And I told you look like Puffy.
And you called me Puffy for like 10 years.
Wow.
Because I was just disrespectful, right? Not understanding that my friend is, I call him a rap pioneer because you hit me with this fact earlier this week, Kevin. You were the Cleveland's first rap star. You were the first rap star out of Cleveland, the first non-New York rapper signed to Fever Records.
To any New York label.
Back in the day, it was Disco Fever, which was shortened to Fever.
The Disco Fever was the club. Fever Records was the label.
With Fever Records with a label. So there you go. So we got this brother on this week, and I wanted to spend some time talking to hip hop with you. And also, I mean, because all the other stuff you do, man, is all cool. I mean, we all journalists. Sherin Nicole just snuck on. And I think Sherin is going to do this thing today where she's not going to show us her picture, but she's going to leave a picture of her on the screen, which is really disconcerting. I can't read expressions. I don't know what she's doing, man. She could be sitting there. I don't know what she's doing, man. But Sherin from iDope Radio joins us. Sherin, meet Kevin Chill Hurd. Kevin, Sherin.
What's going on, Sherin?
I'm okay.
I really miss you, Sherin. Hey, look, well, why can't I see you? What's going on? You okay?
I'll vote for that.
Well, Charles, the best that I can do is this new beauty filter I got. It's beautiful. Hold on. Get it. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh, wait a second. The reveal
Something's happening.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
We have the big reveal.
It's the
That's the show. There it is.
Oh my God. Oh, that's what we're doing?
That's all we're getting. That's
even worse than the picture.
I know. See?
Yeah, I'll vote for the picture back again.
Yeah. All right.
That's what we're doing.
All right. So as I was saying, Sherin, before you came on, we were introducing Kevin Chill Hurd, first non-New York rapper ever signed to Fever Records. Brother, I was teasing him, and then I told you the other day, I said, I'm going to go on YouTube, man, and just get me a chill. I'm just going to just have them play me like a mix of your music. And then I called you back about 20 minutes later and was like, you did a song with Melly Mel?
Woo.
And your response was?
Melly Mel did a song with me.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. All right. So respect on Chill's name, man. What's up, brother?
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? And all due respect to Grandmaster Melly Mel, member of the first rapper inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the land, in Cleveland. But yeah, but I just had to, to get the facts straight that was my song that Mel was on. But big ups to Grandmaster Melly Mel.
I'm gonna do this again on my show. As both me and Ice Cube have told you repeatedly, what was the name of that first song you had? What was the name of that song?
No, the problem is when they say, now, what was the name of the first song is not bad. But when they say, what is the name of that song you had?
What's the name of that song you had, man?
That infers that I only had one song. So that is a disrespectful question. What is that song that you had? So, no. The first song out the gate, it was Busta's Rhyme, made Billboard Top 100, and that was at a time when Billboard didn't even have a rap chart. So out the gate, Busta's Rhyme. But just to bust your bubble, Timbo, that since you found the song with Melly Mel on it, I told you, well, then that would at least be a second song that I had. So
MC Story.
MC story.
All right, man. So I'll just ask you this, man. In 1985, with 35 years, well, actually, it's long. No, I'm right. 35 years ago, when you put out your first song, the hip hop industry was much different, man. And as we talked the other day, you predate KRS-One, you predate Rakim on Wax. You don't predate Kool Moe Dee, because Kool Moe Dee
He
was a part of this. Yeah, he had been around since the early 80s. But you predate a lot of dudes, man, who actually became kind of legends in the game, right? And we were also talking the other day that, you know, LL is working on a new project right now where he's calling up pioneers, man, and offering them pieces of Rock the Bells. Man, did you make your call like I advised you the other day to talk to LL?
I didn't make the call, but I did talk to Cutmaster Cool V, Vaughn Lee. Bismarck's cousin. I talked to Vaughn yesterday, really just checking on Biz, and because me and Biz and Vaughn go back. But and I was really talking to him also to see if I can get Shantae on my show, because she was very instrumental in me. What ended up me getting my record deal was through a connection of Roxanne Shantae. But so I talked to Vaughn, Cool V, and we're gonna actually. He's going to come on my show and do an interview. So since he and Roxanne Shantae do a Rock the Bell show.
She's got a show on LL's channel. Yeah,
she has a show on LL's channel. So that's my first inroads. I talked to Cutmaster Cool V.
Cool.
I didn't talk to L, but I talked to V.
All right, man. Well, you know, I felt really bad, man, because, you know, since you've been away and in underground for like almost the last 6 or 7 years, man, and we hadn't had a chance to talk to you, I thought about how I mistreated you and disrespected you, man, by not putting respect on your name and dishonoring your career, man. So, you know, I apologize, brother. I've been wrong. Sherin is on the show, so I want Sherin to see me being contrite today that, you know, I'm trying to come to another man and go, you know what, man, I did call you Diddy for a decade.
Yeah. And you know how they had a long con? That's the long wrong. You was wrong for like 20 years, Tim. So I'm getting respect on my name when I'm about to get out the game. King, talk
and I was
to
about
me.
to ask you that, man. I was teasing you earlier this week. Huh? Say that again, Charles.
I said, oh, you're getting out?
Nah, not really.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you can't get out. They don't let you out.
You know, now Sherin, here's a good question, because Sherin is a little younger than we are, right? Sherin, Are you familiar with MC Chill's career?
No, I am not.
See what I'm saying? This is educational today, man. Tell us, I mean, you tell her who you are, man.
Okay, I mean, obviously, I'm here born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, so I'm from the land. I definitely represent the land 110%. Tim knows that.
What's the land?
Cleveland, Ohio is the land.
I just wanted you to kind of play that out. Go ahead,
man. Don't play with me. Okay, but coming up in Cleveland, Ohio, as one of the first MCs in Cleveland, period, not with a record. I'm undisputably the first with a record. But as far as one of the pioneers of hip hop in Cleveland, period. I end up getting a deal with an iconic, legendary rap label, Fever Records, in the South Bronx. It was the home label, the home club of all of the pioneers of hip hop. As we know, hip hop started in the South Bronx. So from Grandmaster Flash and Curtis Blow, they worked at the Fever. So the owner of Fever Records ended up starting his own label. And it was like I said, it was the home of indoor hip hop. Because other than that, you had to go to the park to see this new thing called hip hop. And I was the first non-New Yorker certainly on Fever Records, but probably on any distinct New York record label, and probably one of the first non-East, non-coastal artists to be accepted by a national audience. So before there was Atlanta, Detroit, Miami, I opened that door for everybody.
Charles.
Love that.
So
Love
I was gonna mention
Mhm.
Detroit because was wondering how do you have any connections with people outside? I mean, I know you talk about New York, but what about Cleveland is right there near Detroit, and I knew some people coming out of Detroit as a hip hop artists. Do you have any connections over there?
Back in the day, it may have been just in the recesses of my mind. It might have been at some point through my career. I may have remembered one or two artists from the Motor City, but mainly I was rocking with New York, Philly, and then back on the West Coast in LA. Oh, and in Atlanta too.
So speaking of Philly, Schoolie D and you.
PSK.
You know I was going. You know where I was going with this one. You and Schoolie D. Now Charles has his look on his face. You familiar with Schoolie D?
Yes, I am. There's something else going on right now. I'm just,
Oh, okay. I thought you were making that face because you had some issues with Schoolie D. But anyway, PSK and Busta. Never mind. That song were out around the same time. Am I correct?
That would be correct. I remember Schoolie D did a show. He probably did a show at the Fever the weekend before the show that I did at the Fever, which was like one of my first paid professional shows. Certainly my first show in New York was at the Fever. Schoolie had been there the week before.
We talking real hip hop history now. We talking within the first 5 years of the art form right now.
Call it the golden age.
Yeah.
The mid-80s.
So this is something I really wanted people to kind of be cognizant of, because it's funny because I wish Julian was here, but I think he's over. Is he DC fandom in right now, Sherin?
Indeed.
Yeah. So Julian is probably one of a dude. We sit on the phone for hours, man, talking about exactly what's going on right now, and I wish he was here for this, man. But this is amazing to me because when you guys were doing what you were doing 35 years ago, nobody envisioned that hip-hop would become what it became. Nobody could have foresaw that. I mean, Russell had Def Jam out and he was trying to do his thing, but nobody knew it was going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry, man.
Right. Go ahead, sis.
I don't think we cared about outside of us. Hip-hop was massive for us, you know. I remember listening to Sugar Hill on my cousin's little red record player in her bedroom. I remember listening to Sequence, We're Gonna Funk You Right On Up. For me, it was already big, So I think we knew what it was, and we were just waiting for everybody else to catch up.
Yeah, but the thing, Sherin, what I'm talking about, and you're absolutely right, and I agree. I remember listening the first hip hop song I think I ever heard is back in New Jersey. Seton Hall University had a radio station called WSOU. And I must have been washing dishes one Saturday night, and I heard this beat drop, boom, 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 boom. I was like, what the hell's going on? And the guy goes, Donald Lloyd, unemployed, and I won some sex. I was like, I'm looking around like, because I had never heard music with people rapping over lyrics before. So that was the first rhyme I ever heard. It was when I was 15 years old. And from there, King Tim III came out a couple months later, of course, Sugar Hill, and then you had the succession of, should I use the phrase novelty? Because there were some novelty raps that came out.
Novelty.
Yeah, Jimmy Spicer with super rhymes. And
I don't know if I would call that man's song a novelty, but certainly like Rappin' Duke and stuff like that.
Duke, yeah, Rappin' Duke.
Yeah, so to watch it, and I remember, I think another, so after Sugar Hill and then, Curtis Blow and of course Grandmaster Flash, I remember years later being in Los Angeles and I was at a club and this guy comes out and they drop Sucker MCs and a young Ice-T and his crew rhymed over Sucker MCs. And I was like, man, so that's the first time I ever saw hip hop live. And I was like, wow. So I've traced my life, my whole DNA from the time I was in high school to now through hip hop because that's the dominant music art form that I've had my entire life. And having known rappers, watched them perform, understood the game scene, many of them become millionaires. It is fantastic to watch and to have a bird's eye view. But you were there at the beginning when, it could have, you knew what you wanted. You were out there doing your thing. And clearly you had other interests, so you didn't stick with it primarily as your, am I saying that correctly? You didn't stick with it as like your bread and butter, your vocation, your gig?
Well, no. What if you remember the timeline? Because 85, 86 is when my first project dropped. And so I rocked from like 85, 86, 87, 88. But if you remember, in 1989, NWA Eazy-E dropped Dope Man. And so in 1989, the whole game changed.
Yeah.
The music industry took a paradigm shift. Right. So, and by that time, I was doing a radio show up at WZAK at the same time that I was still had songs out as an artist. So when the music changed, and I by no means was going to be out talking about smacking women and selling drugs. So I started putting on other MCs, other local artists from my area, and I actually, we had some forays into some other national artists that came out of my camp. MC Lori D 350, the Mobstress, was part of the Face Mob with Scarface. My boy Bango, the B-Boy Outlaw, ended up being down with Ice-T's Rhyme Syndicate. My man Surge, Serious Effects Rhymes Giving Education, wrote for Professor Griff, did some other songs with Lords of the Underground. So, I was trying to put on other artists from my area. But yeah, but the whole industry, the hip hop industry, took a shift. And at that same time, because of who I was in hip hop, and then on the radio station, I was in New York, and I ran into the then editor of Source Magazine, which at that time was the hip hop magazine. And, always repping the land. I'm like, how come we don't have any Cleveland writers? And he was like, well, write something. And I wasn't at the time asking for me to write something. I just wanted to see Cleveland stuff. And so, but I'm college educated. I write something. I'll become a writer for Source Magazine. And from that, other people started asking me to write. And the next thing you know, I'm a journalist. Next thing you know, who knows how many years later, I'm the managing editor and then general manager president of a 100-year-old black newspaper. And now as the president of the Cleveland chapter of Black Journalists. But it all started with hip hop. The whole journalism thing started with hip hop.
I like how you tied that together in a neat little Sherin type bow.
Is that how she does it?
Yeah. Okay. This is part of the punishment that I keep throwing her name out there because I can't see her. So,
And we have no idea how she's reacting to what you're saying.
Yeah, I have no idea, man. But no, bro, I'm look. This is all new to me, man, because you have never told me these stories before. Because you just my dog, so we hang out, we laugh and tease each other. Oh, and by the way, same thing I told Sherin and Charles. There are 3 people on this phone that I have been fighting to try to get into the Critics' Choice Association. And Chill, I was just telling you a couple of days ago, we got to get you in. Sherin and Charles, I've had conversations with them. We got a 475-member Critics Association right now that only has 24 Black members in it. And I'm gonna keep on screaming from the mountaintops, man. We got to get more representation into this group. So my point is that I'm only thinking about people who I know are truly, truly qualified. Me, Wilson, Sean can't do it all. And I say that for Chill because he knows.
And I've been in the game I was in the game at the beginning of the game with all of y'all. You, wow. Wilson and Sean.
I was in the game longer than both of them, but that's nice to hear.
Well, Tim has a lot of extra things happening.
No, what he's saying, Sherin, Sean just celebrated his 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Wilson is around 20 years. It'll be 30 for me in 2 years. So in 2022, it'll be 30 years in the game, bro.
I
You got to
let me
get
see.
Chill in there.
I'm trying to grab something. I had the Source magazine.
Yeah, whatever,
With
man.
your byline.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm disrespecting.
I have another one. I have an article. This wasn't my first job as a journalist, but this is from 1990.
Is that LL on the cover?
That's LL. This was from 1990. I started before that. I have some Source articles from a 1989 Source. So
Wow.
I've been in the game for a long time. I started
Put
this
some
gangster
respect
stuff.
on it.
That's
Well,
right.
I put respect on his name.
That's 1990.
Again.
I will just tell an amazing story that the first time we met, we were in New Orleans for the Soul Food Junket, where the studio probably gave us options to eat more food in 24 hours than I've ever seen in my entire life. So to start the story off, Chill and I were on a bus being taken to the screening. Remember this?
Oh, no doubt.
And we pulled up, and they must have had several hundred people standing out there in line. And the bus
Long line. Long New Orleans line.
Right. They let us out, and I heard somebody scream out, "Who the F are they? How they gonna cut the line?" I was like, uh-oh.
Let's stay together, guys, and keep it moving. We might have a problem.
Everybody in. So we get in the theater, and they've got an assortment of food. Like, eat anything you want from the concessions. Grab you some candy, drinks, popcorn.
They got liquor in the movie theater in
the movie theater. So they didn't explain to us that, we got a bomb after party where there's going to be another bunch of food, but go ahead on and fill yourself up with all this movie junk that's in here. So they take us to Pat O'Brien's afterwards. Remember all the food that was at that party, too?
Pat O's, yeah, it was nuts.
Wow. Then we went to bed, woke up the next day, and breakfast was bananas. I was like, what are y'all? But it was soul food. So they were trying to give us So that was our first meeting, man.
Right.
And
Although I almost didn't make it back to the hotel after being down on Bourbon Street all night. That was a rough one.
Those, sir, were the good old junket days, bro. Those were the good old, like the stuff they do now. Yeah.
I was gonna say they had an expose about Netflix flying some guys out and all kinds of stuff.
That's nothing, man.
Nothing.
Like the person that we should have on the phone to talk about this is Wilson Morales, because back in the day they would do junkets. Like I remember they did a Men of Honor junket and they gave everybody peacoats, like the ones that they wore in the film. Right. I was like, y'all got a peacoat? Like,
I got a peacoat for some film.
The excesses of back. You see my hand resting on my chin, y'all. Look. I mean, on my cheek, man, back in the day.
I might have got one for Antoine Fisher. I might have got a peacoat.
Yeah. So, Sherin, this is the stuff I tell you when y'all teasing me, man. Y'all, it's not a game, man. I mean, the game has changed a lot, but it really has. I mean, from music to movies, I was lucky enough. And Chill, you worked in radio too in the 90s, right?
No doubt.
Yeah, I worked in radio in the 90s. And even when we talk about that, man, like how record reps would come through and they would take care of you. You would get tickets, you get CDs, you get promo items. It was nuts. So I totally get, when I talk to people now, like I'm like, yeah, it's not the same. It's a very different thing. Like you talked about Netflix, Charles. Netflix is doing a lot of the things that studios did back in the day. Like a lot of studios don't do that anymore.
Well, they've got so much content that the budgets are spread out so far that they're not able to.
Does, well, pre-pandemic, they were still doing the junkets, but for like a select amount of people. But their award season piece is just nuts, man, because I don't know of any other studio that, and maybe Amazon at some point, if they want to really be a player like Netflix. Netflix, I mean, what's the nice way to say it? They bought their way into the game, man. I mean,
Netflix is killing it. They're killing the game. Just look at all the awards that they've garnered from Netflix movies.
But I'm saying that the shortcut is that you could have done it the old-fashioned way, where you could just put out good content and hope people gravitate toward it. And then the other way is that you put out good content and then you just grab a load of people and bring them wherever you need to bring them at, treat them nice, And that will help accelerate the curve.
Oh, they definitely. And Tim, real quick, but you never gave me my props for hooking you up with Cleveland's own.
Because you didn't.
Oh, I didn't?
Yeah, see, I stopped that story before you even started.
Oh no, I need to hear the story. I'm going to press rewind.
Watch this, and
Here's
then
the
you'll
rewind.
see why I'm disgusted. Give me the Ice Cube mask, by the way, because I could have used it for this. Go ahead.
I gave myself the Ice Cube face.
Yeah.
Okay. No, Tim knows that I'm good. You know, I represent all things Cleveland, and Tim knows that I'm friends with Halle Berry. I actually went to elementary school with Halle. We go back to elementary school. And
look at Charles's face. Take a moment for Charles's face.
Yeah, me and HB go back. We go back to elementary school.
Dude. Okay, my bad.
So Tim was like, "Chill, let's hook me up with HB. You know, I want to meet her." So I think Halle was having. Wasn't a
pajama party.
It was something. It was I don't know if it was a birthday. It was something.
It was a pajama slumber party. And hold on a second, let me interject because you're leaving out a key point. One of Halle's friends that you also are close friends with is, how do you pronounce her name? Is it
Vinland? That's my sister, Vinland. V.
Yeah,
so call her V. Vinland.
I have never heard this story.
V were out on Sunset Boulevard. I was out in LA for some junket. You called up and told me Halle's got a party. Well, I don't even know if you were in LA or if you were coming to LA. But
I was headed there for the party.
Yeah, I'm in LA for the party. I'm gonna bring you by this pajama slumber party. I'm like, bet. So we chilling at the Pink Taco on Sunset, and as we're leaving, Sanaa Lathan comes and I go, yeah, this is gonna be a good day today. So, needless to say, somebody went to the party. Everybody went to the party except for who?
Except for you. Okay, but because then I found out it was a Cleveland-owned party. You had to be from the land. It was if you were living in LA, but if you were from the land, you could come. So I'm not sure it was a pajama.
Charles, you see what I'm saying?
It was a good party.
I'm sure it was.
But you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to.
Does Dayton, Ohio count? I got family. I grew up in Dayton, Ohio for a while.
Player hating Dayton. No. No, Dayton is good. Dayton is good. My fraternity brother, my line brother, my Sands is from Dayton.
All right.
So if you grew up in Dayton, you probably know his late father, Bob Ross, had the big car dealership.
Yeah.
Bob Ross, yeah, his son, Rob Ross, is my fraternity line brother, my Sands.
Did you see how Chill changed the topic? Because what he's saying to you, Charles, is you would not have been allowed inside.
You wouldn't have been allowed either because it was for only people from the land.
No. He said I would have been.
No, he said you would be familiar with the car dealership.
He didn't say you was getting in.
He didn't say that he was going to take you to meet any kind of Halle.
Man. You realize that Halle's
That's not how I heard it.
We have,
and that's how I refuse to hear it. I think you said I was
about Halle Berry,
but he got Ohio connection, so that's close.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he could have stood outside and maybe caught somebody on a cigarette break. But here's the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and back Tim up on this. That's not right, Chill.
Yeah, man. Like, really?
You know, it's like leaving a swallow in the glass. You know, you can't get a person all excited for a Halle Berry party and then tell them they're from the wrong land.
Hey.
And that's why I brought the Sanaa Lathan part up, because that's the only thing that makes that night super memorable. At least Sanaa Lathan. And
I overshot my skis on that one. I was like, hey, I'm bringing my man Tim. And they was like, oh, yeah, Tim from Cleveland?
And you're supposed to say yes.
Yeah, you supposed
to. Y'all remember little Timmy? Yeah.
Let me tell y'all something. You don't lie to HB like that.
Oh, okay.
You gotta, she got powers.
Now watch this. Sherin, for years, he would always tell me stories about, man, once you know Halle, man, it's secretive, man. You can't say nothing.
Hey, you down with Team HB. What it
You have embargoes.
Man, it's like a blood oath.
Man, I heard. I used to hear these stories all the time. Man,
you can't divulge what happens.
I've had some insider dealings, not quite on. Well, yeah, on that level, yeah, I could say, but I can't say who.
But Tim knew the person next to the person.
I did.
Right.
I introduced him to the person next to the person.
That was gonna get me in. I'm like, I'm down with D.
Kevin, did you ever introduce him to HB?
There's still time. Listen.
If he had been at, if you you weren't at the X-Men junkets, I could have hooked you up then. I could have hooked you up during, because let me tell you, I was at all Halle junkets, and I would, Tim, even when I didn't get invited, I would tell my regional reps, we can do this the hard way or the easy way. We can take the windows or the stairs.
That's all it is. That's your options.
And they like, Chill, do what you got to do. Next thing I know, they like, Chill, why you do that? I got a call from my boss's boss saying, how come we not inviting you to the junket? Like I'm like, well, so yeah, no. But any of those junkets that Halle was at, Tim, you know how to put you on there.
Well, let's do this. John Wick 4.
Right.
Let us reconvene.
Is she gonna be in John Wick 4?
I don't know. Is she? I'll find out.
I'm pretty sure.
Man,
but Tim, but I'll let you know that I have, since Halle, has, she's really like a mother of two, and she's really been doing her family thing and then working on these other projects. I actually haven't been in contact with her as much as I used to. So, because she's doing her thing, but all I got to do is put the Cleveland bat signal up, and and she'll get it. So,
all right.
Okay, well, I'm just glad
I took the blood off.
No, I was gonna say, I'm just glad that Charles and Sherin are here, man, because I've been, over the last month or so, I've been making sure I connect the audience with these extraordinary people that I have met in my journey, man. I mean, Chill is another one. I mean, dudes, and the thing that we have in common is we were all guys, man, that wanted to come up, man, back in the day when there weren't a lot of us, man. So we all gravitated
not a lot at all
on each other. We were telling another funny story, which will be my last one. I could have swore you do know, what's her name from BET? I was telling you the story about a junket I went to one time and met a woman who I'm not going to say her name, but is a journalist, who within a half an hour had given me the keys to her house and her car. I took her to the airport, and I was driving her car all over Sunset Boulevard. This was film's life in the 90s, man, when you just were out doing wild, crazy stuff, man. So I think you were at that junket with me. It was Rosewood. It was the Rosewood junket.
Was I at Rosewood?
With Ving Rhames and Singleton and all those guys.
I'm not sure. But Tim, make sure when you talk to Sean, you ask Sean about me and him and O.J. Simpson's daughter.
Uh-oh.
Ask Sean about that.
I'm afraid that.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask, man. Y'all were hanging out with O.J.
I feel like I have to turn my
I will ask.
Wait.
Ask Sean.
Is that O.J. Simpson's daughter who's really close to Nia Long? And the reason I'm asking that is because I was at ABFF in '99, and the two of them were there. So I have stories about that.
When you bring up O.J., all you got to do is say, tell me about O.J. Simpson's daughter, and he going to say, you was talking to Chill, wasn't you? So, yeah.
Sherin,
yeah. Okay.
Sherin, I don't ever want to hear any stories about you and some random celebrity, because I'm going to come back and have to check you, because these are not good stories generally. They're funny. But
I beg your pardon.
I said I don't want to hear any stories about you.
All my stories are good stories. I haven't had any bad run-ins with any celebrities, I don't think.
I cannot say.
One time, Rakim was rubbing my knuckles.
God, MC.
Yeah.
You see my face, look.
I was talking to him, and I was telling him, you are the lyricist, because Rakim is one of my favorite lyricists of all time.
As well he should be.
And he thought that was lovely, so he decided to rub my knuckles.
Nice.
For a few minutes, and then asked me what was going on later, which I did not know, because I'm not one of them going on later people. So, but that was a lovely experience. I've only had nice fun. I've never had anything.
So
I've never had too many celebrities jump out of pocket. They've mostly been lovely.
I have.
Oh, there was one. There's one who took a dislike to me.
Oh no.
I don't want to say her name, but supermodel, not Naomi. Naomi didn't do it. And
not Tyra Banks, fool. No, it wasn't.
She just did not like me.
No answer to that one.
I'm not saying the name, but man, she came at me hard. I had just gotten my hair cut really short, like someone that I now feel privileged to call HB. And and I don't know what was going on with this particular supermodel. I don't know if she was feeling real insecure. We had met before. She had left about an inch of makeup on my cell phone. I was wiping makeup. It was heavy, man.
Oh my.
Anyway, I'd always thought she was lovely until I met her. And she says to me, I just got my hair cut, colored. It was beautiful. Oscar James, the well-known hairstylist, had said to me, your haircut is gorgeous. I just love it. And this particular woman, I almost said her name. This particular chick said to me, yeah, it's cute. It's really cute. I had that haircut, 4, maybe 5 years ago.
Oh, shade.
They call that shade.
Shady broad, yeah. And that's
shots fired.
The afternoon just kind of went on from there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, maybe this is another show that we should do about shady celebrity encounters.
Man, please bring me back to that one.
I lost some idols behind. Actually, I lost some idols behind some questionable behavior.
I will end this segment with one, and to this day I don't blame her because everybody could have a bad day.
Yes.
But there was a personality that I worked with in DC that probably people don't remember, Sonny Taylor, and they had his funeral. And I had to substitute host a show, and MJB came in to be interviewed.
Oh, hold up. You're not about to tell a bad Mary J. Blige story.
Oh, I'm about to tell
man, I got to sign off.
That's
Hold
not
on.
good. I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, damn.
MJB.
I don't feel comfortable.
Hey, I'm just telling you.
I don't like where this is going. Come on. Woo, that's
she might have had a bad day.
Close to my heart right
You
now.
know Taraji will come get you if you talk about Mary.
With Casey or JoJo, whoever she was dating. But she was not nice to the kid that day. And I couldn't do anything to see a smile on Mary J. Blige's face. So again, I'm not mad at her. I'm saying I'm being a realist that, everybody has bad days. It's just hard to be a celebrity and have a bad day because people will remember the time they met you and that you weren't cool.
Well, let me ask you this, Tim. When Mary got a little wrinkled with you, did she refer to herself in third person?
She did not.
Okay, because when Mary talk about herself and say Mary, like if she say, okay, so you're not gonna talk to Mary like this.
Oh.
No, because Mary will go third person on you. Real. That's when you know it done got real.
Look, have you ever had, like Kelly Price got mad at me one time at HUR at the station because I had her reading drops and we got into it because I wrote, this is for you and yours. And she kept telling me it was grammatically incorrect. I was like, everybody who has come through here during this holiday season has read the drop. Nobody wants to analyze the drop. So, Like I said, man, I have really good stories, man, about some celebrity encounters, man, that just sort of went south.
You need to stop annoying people is what you need to do.
Hey, man. But there were people that
all I
loved
have
me.
to say is somebody was called Diddy for 10 years. I don't know.
Wow. And why did you know?
Might be something.
Okay, and I just want you all to know.
Is it my fault you look like Diddy?
When he was calling me Diddy, it wasn't like a compliment or nothing. It was a shot. It was
Really?
shots fired.
I was calling him Diddy during the shiny suit era of Diddy.
But please believe I wasn't out here rocking a shiny suit. So I don't know.
Where did that come from?
Man,
Something, I guess I looked like I had some remnants of like some hip hop gear or something.
Sherin,
And-
it came about because he said he was a rapper, and I was like, "I ain't no damn rapper. You can be Diddy."
So he was heckling me.
Basically,
that's
I
what
mean,
that
but you know, I
sounds like.
apologize, man. Watch this. I'm a better man now, man. I'm sorry, brother.
Hey man, that's a long time coming, Tim.
That's why you didn't get to meet Halle Berry. That was their ricochet.
Yeah, that's what blew
That's
it.
not why, because we
That
had
was
clearly
the
made up before
ricochet.
this, man. But you know, you
Oh,
stuck me on
Finland
Halle.
is calling me right now.
Oh, okay.
She is not calling you right now.
Yes,
Oh,
she
she
is.
calling right
Finland. It says Finland. I don't know if y'all can see that.
We
Finland
can
is
see it.
calling.
Let's
me.
listen in. Go
Hey,
ahead. We'll
I'm
be there.
telling
We'll
you,
listen in.
the land bat signal is real, Tim. This struggle is real in the land. They calling me right now.
Somebody saying something. Somebody saying something.
All right. I'm not messing
People
with
from
y'all,
all
man. I
over
got less
Cleveland
than
is like
10
this.
minutes. I got less than 10 minutes to this show left, and I need to do a review of the 24th, so y'all can just stay here while I make this happen.
Tim, I thought I was gonna get to say some bars, man.
Yeah, I thought we were going to talk about hip hop.
yeah.
I thought I was gonna
Can
drop
I
a
review
verse.
the 24th
This
first,
the
and then you
2-hour
can do
show,
some
isn't it?
bars on the way out?
Say that again.
I want to talk about hip hop and what it meant to DJ Scott the Rock. That's what I want to.
Can I review a movie, please? And then we can do whatever. Y'all are stopping me from my review.
Okay, go
I think you
ahead.
should have something.
We don't talk
called-
about you while you're gone,
after
so you
show.
might want
I
to.
thought I was dropping bars, man. You
I
invited
want
me up here
bars.
to drop
Drop some
bars.
man.
I want bars.
First of all, well, never mind.
I want to
I'm
see
extending my time.
spit
'cause
on
I
the
still never
camera.
got I still never got these invisible bars that was supposed to be sent to me several days ago.
Invisible.
Man, I sent you them bars. You got me here right now.
I want bars. I want spit on the camera. Go
I got
ahead and
fire.
make your review.
I got fire coming.
I'm gonna drop
I'm gonna cut
this
it out.
review bar first, and then you can drop your bars. You ready?
All right, whatever.
All right, so here we go, man. This week, I hate you so much. We're reviewing The 24th, which is a historical drama co-written and directed by Oscar-winning screenwriter Kevin Willmott. The film stars Trey Byers, Bashir Salahuddin, Asia Naomi King, Mo McRae, and it also features Michael T. Williamson and Thomas Hayden Church and tells a true story of the Houston riot of 1917, which actually the 103rd anniversary of the riot is tomorrow, 103 years ago, tomorrow. All right, so let me leave a space here so that my brother can stick the trailer in when we put it on the show. All right, so Kevin Willmott, this is the second film that he has co-written in the last 3 months. The Five Bloods he co-wrote with Spike Lee, dropped in June. And this film tells the story, as I said, of a group of soldiers who are stationed in Houston, Texas in 1917, and they want to go and fight the war, World War I in France. But of course, they are not allowed because to their white counterparts, they're looked at as kind of the cleanup crew. Trey Byers is the center of the story, and he plays Boston, who quickly, Thomas Hayden Church, who is the commander, understands that he has leadership abilities. He's very intelligent. He's been educated over in France at the Sorbonne, and he is elevated to corporal, and the men look up to him. Thomas Hayden Church wants his character, wants Trey Byers to go to officer candidate school, but he does not want to be set apart from the other soldiers in the 24th and elects to stay. Michael T. Williamson, who plays shades of Adolf Caesar in the Soldier Story, is an old school vet who is hating on Corporal Boston because, in his words, he doesn't see himself as a nigga. He thinks he's better than that. So you've got all this conflict going on, and at the same time, Corporal Boston falls in love with a local girl out of town, played by Asia Naomi King, named Marie. So you got a lot of things going on until the culminating event, which is some black soldiers are attacked and civilians are attacked by local town people. And one of the famous lines in the film is, if you push a man down long enough, at some point he's going to rise. And these soldiers rise up, go into the town, and just start shooting, you know, white folk. I don't know a better way to say it. They just open fire on groups of white people. And as I was told this morning when we had an interview with Kevin Willmott, it is the largest murder trial in the history of the United States, but at the same time, it's the only riot that has ever happened where more white lives were taken than black lives. So yeah, it is an amazing film. It is timely. It has remnants of Amistad, of Nate Parker's Birth of a Nation. You know, it's a film where you see people who are fed up fighting back. And for that, I would really commend Kevin Willmott, because I had no idea about this real life story until I heard about this film. I had no idea that this incident had ever occurred. I thought it was a powerful film, made me cry. And you know, if you hear me saying a film made me cry, it was powerful. I thought Trey Byers was fantastic. Supporting performances, Thomas Hayden Church, as well as Michael T. Williamson. Really, really strong film for Kevin Willmott. I give it a B+. I love The 24th, and you should check it out right now. I know it's being streamed locally on whatever cable outlet you're on. And I understand that some parts of the country where they have movie theaters open, that it's opening there. So I would look for it on the streaming service. But The 24th is a really, really powerful movie that resonates about what's going on right now in this country. All right. Anybody else? So Chill.
That was good. That boy, good.
Man, Chill.
You done did this before, man.
Chill, you gonna drop some bars, or do I need to play MC Story over the phone? What you doing? What we doing?
Come on, Brad. Don't act like I don't have bars. I got.
Go ahead, man.
Stop.
What you got? Because Sherin is here. Because, you know, and the thing about Sherin, we can't even see her. So you might drop some bars and she can give you the gas face and we wouldn't even know.
I'm not getting the gas face. But, okay, let me see what I got for y'all. How does a bastard orphan son? Oh, wait, that's Hamilton. Okay, no, hold on.
So sad, man. So sad.
my wife was about, he wrote that?
He wrote for Melly Mel and Lin-Manuel Miranda, whatever his name is. Okay, here we go. Let's since I don't want to be all rowdy on your show, let's drop a little bit of knowledge, a little science. Here we go. I've been a newspaper president, a Cleveland resident. My word is chemical bond and abbreviated elements like AU. These gold bars we building on. Because in the teacher's lounge, this how we get down. Energy equivalency, MC's the rhyme time, yo. That's E equals MC squared. That's my Einstein flow. I'm in my head rapping like a Fred Hampton. Young souls like answers. I'm under scrutiny like Huey Newton be. Mental breakfast with old Black Panthers. And since I'm a smart Alex, let's make it a true daily double. Answer, they question. Who can't see me with Hubble? Next verse. First person on earth, the dark-skinned forbidden mother. See, that's the mystery in your history, and we go call that black the hidden color. See, Louis B. already knew was G, but scientifically, he can't see me. I'm dropping microphones, popping Lucy bones, and we go call that joint the Lee Key. You know, Louis B. Leakey. Anyway, I'm Sidney Poitier all day, so call me sir or professor. Then dial up Lulu on Hulu and check for Chill next semester. Talk to me, Tim.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
That was just a little knowledge. I could have, did some other different one, but that seemed apropos for the moment.
The scientific. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed your alchemy. Yeah.
See, you caught that. She good.
It was good stuff.
Like AU, these gold bars we building on.
Yeah.
AU is gold. Come on, talk to me.
I thought you were talking about American University. I'm like, he's not here, but I got you.
No, he said he gets abbreviated like
I
elements.
told you my word is chemical bond and abbreviated elements like AU.
That's what he said.
These gold bars we building on. Come on.
Can't see what you got there, Tim.
What's this rhyme for me, Chill?
Oh, here he going back to 1985, 86. We don't hear it, Tim.
We don't hear nothing.
Let go.
I think they said you didn't have copyright permission for that song.
That's what happened.
Hey man, I was busting that rhyme, bro.
Yeah, I enjoyed the bars. Thank you very much, Chill.
The bars were hot, bro.
I could have kept going with the Hamilton joint, but all right.
You could have kept up. All right, well, we got to go because we're running low on time. Sherin, Nicole, it is a pleasure not seeing you, being funny.
Well, I didn't even say anything, so that's good too.
Well, that was great. Chill.
The photo looks nice.
Your presence.
Yeah, I love Sherin, man. Sherin is always got a place in my heart, man. So she knows. I don't have to butt up Sherin. Sherin knows how I feel about her.
Nice photo.
Chill. Since I don't get a chance to talk to you often, man, you know, it's the first time every 6-7 years we get together, man. You know, it's like a junior cicada moment for us, man. Cicada, like, you know.
They come back every other 5 seasons. But when they come back deep.
Right.
And Charles, you didn't say anything this show either.
You didn't let us.
I did speak a little. I mean, but you had so many stories, so I couldn't really get into anything. But, you know, I'm going to hook up with Kevin after the show because we got that Ohio connection.
And I guess
trying to meet
Ohio players.
Don't fall for it, Chill. He's just trying to get that Halle connection. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm not ain't no secret about that.
Look at his face.
Right.
You can see it.
As I tell you, amazingly handsome and beautiful people every week, please see something good at the movies. MC Chill, thank you for coming through. Hey, bro, don't be a stranger. You know you can come back through, man.
Hey, man, hit me up so I can get that CAC. Is that what it's called? Let's do it.
CCA.
One of them letters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Close.
You can't get your letters right, man. You're NABJ.
I can't be an organization if I don't even know the letters.
You know the secrets of the universe. He got string theory. He don't have to know them critic numbers and letters.
You know what I'm saying?
Serena, she's a shade thrower, boy. I tell you.
What shade have I thrown? I'm not a
That was
superwoman.
all positivity.
Oh, whatever, man. It's only positive. I take it positive, but
Take us out with some Gil Scott Heron or some Last Poet so we could get into the dawn of hip hop.
she's talking to you, Chill. I don't rap.
Well, I got some, you know, I can do some Last Poets. I can do some Gil Scott.
Man, you better do something. We're running over time, but go ahead.
Okay, I can do Hamilton again. No, man, come on, let's go, man.
Man, y'all take care, man. We out until next week, man. This is a wrap. You guys enjoy your weekend, and happy birthday to me on Tuesday.
That's right. And also stay safe, happy, and healthy.
All right. You guys take care, man. Enjoy your Saturday.
Man.
Yeah, Tim caught that ricochet. I don't care what anybody